Well, director of the Touch Research Institute at the University of Miami School of Medicine, Tiffany Field, joins us now. Tiffany, thanks so much for being with us. You have researched the fundamental human need for physical contact, and you've warned we are actually in, quote, deep trouble. Why? What are both the short and long-term consequences of this?
Well, our survey of the lockdown suggested that 60% are experiencing touch deprivation, and only 33% of partners are hugging each other a lot, and only 21% are hugging their children a lot. So a lot of people who are living together are not getting enough touch, and that's a problem because as soon as touch is reduced, our stress hormones increase. And that kills off the natural killer cells that normally kill viral cells. So ironically, at a time when we're in a pandemic, a viral pandemic, we are getting insufficient touch to help us with fighting the virus.
I have to ask you, I mean, does this kind of study vary, from region to region? Because if you compare social behavior of, Northern Europeans, for example, to those of Latin America, who even greet strangers with kisses. There is tons of physical contact in their social lives. I don't know, were Northern Europeans perhaps a little bit better equipped to deal with the fallout from the pandemic?
Well, I would think that those countries who are very touchy-feely are probably experiencing this the most. And it's interesting that the US and the UK, who are very, very low on touch normally, are the ones who are expressing so much deprivation.
Right, so how can we address this? I mean, is there actually something we can do, given that governments are still recommending we stick with social distancing for at least the medium term?
Yes, well, I'm suggesting that self-touching, hugging yourself and doing exercises, doing yoga is very helpful because it stimulates the pressure receptors just as touch does.
What about children, though? I mean, it's not just the lack of touch. I mean, that is a serious problem for children. They do need that. You've even researched their actual mental development because of physical touching. But it's the social interaction as well that helps their brains develop as they grow. So what are the consequences for younger children?
For younger children, the same thing. They are going to be less healthy, and their growth and their development is going to be somewhat delayed. But hopefully there'll be a catch-up phenomenon once we get over this. The children, meantime, need a lot of physical affection from their parents and their relatives, and soon grandparents will be able to hug them, and that'll be great. It
will be. We're all looking forward to getting back to just being able to hug and care for our loved ones the way we did before. Tiffany Field, thanks so much for joining us. We appreciate it.